This is the first true risk on market we've seen in months, and meme coins are leading the charge. But here's what's different this time. Institutions are backing the move. If you're in this market, you need to know why that matters and where the biggest opportunities are right now. Let's break down the data. No hype, just signals. First, let's talk about smart money. US spot Bitcoin ETFs keep seeing healthy inflows. No big redemptions, no red flags. Institutions are still net buyers. And that's the foundation for this rally. You can see yesterday, 403. Last week, $2 billion days. Things are looking very green, very, very good. But here's where things get interesting. Rock data is now showing consistent spot accumulation from large wallets. And for the first time in ages, we're seeing base ecosystem meme coins trending in smart money flows. This almost never happens. When base memes show up on the Grok radar, it's usually a first mover signal for altcoin rotation. If you want to front run the next trend, this is where you look. On the technical side, Bitcoin's structure is as healthy as it gets. Bitcoin is consolidating just under new highs, holding above the 50 and the 200 EMA on both the daily and the weekly. The breakout from the descending wedge is holding, and volume spikes confirm the move daily. Major support sits at 115,000, and there's not much resistance until 124,000. If we get a daily close above 120,000, and right now it's at 119,615, that could open the door for a run to 124 to 128,000 fast. Big move up, guys. Ethereum is the real star right now. Look at that. Exploding above all major moving averages. We're out of this zone. We got out of this zone. Finally catching up to Bitcoin's move. Ethereum, BTC, is finally breaking out. You see us finally getting above that 200 EMA, which is the classic signal for altcoin and meme coin momentum. When Ethereum leads, alts follow. Now let's talk memes, because this is where the magic is happening. The others index, which tracks small caps and meme coins, is breaking out with volume we haven't seen in months. Look at that. Price is pressing right up against multi-month resistance. This is textbook. Actually broke up against this resistance, and we are pressing up against this area right here, which would also be resistance. This is textbook for the start of a new rotation. Okay, look at that. Look at it on the weekly as well. All right, here we go. Once we get out of this area, guys, as I've mentioned, we could see some resistance right around here at 367, but then after that, very little up until 497 billion, guys. And once we break through that, guys, we're going into the trillions. Okay, we'll probably top out somewhere between 1 and 3 trillion, as I've mentioned, somewhere around here. Let's take a look at memes. Let's take a look at Megals. First on the daily. Look at this beautiful chart. I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful chart candle. All right, today's candle. Today's Mr. Megals' birthday, by the way, and Mr. Megals has given us a nice birthday gift to us. Pretty good volume. RSI is at 70. We still have room to go up a bit more. Okay, first area, I told you, once we get past this area, next area that we're gonna see is right here. First area of resistance now is 0.047. Okay, once we break out of this, okay, we're going higher. All right, let's take a look at this on the weekly. You're gonna notice these next charts, they're all gonna have this descending line, right? Dropping. Miggles is the only one that's not over this line yet, but we're getting close. Once we break out of here, guys, next stop for me is probably around 15 cents. 15 cents. Once we break past this, blue skies, right? Go back to the daily and look at Toshi next. What you're gonna notice is all of these are moving. Look at Toshi. Look at that beautiful move. This is the descending line for Toshi. Okay, broke through on the 10th of this month, and then we were just kind of testing it to see if this was now support as opposed to resistance, and boom, as I mentioned, the next area of interest would be right here, 3076, and where are we? 3075. We break out of here, guys, blue skies. Let's look at this on the weekly so you can see the beauty. Look at that. See, boom, boom, boom. Nice bounce, as tends to happen, right, once we touch this line, as we have here. Now here, nice bounce, broke through this descending line finally with strength. Boom. So we break through here. Next area, I've called it right, haven't I? Next area, 0015. Once we break through here, blue skies. Right, let's take a look at KeyCat because they are all looking really good. Let's take a look at it on the daily and then we'll go to the weekly. Same type of thing, okay? The descending line, and we're piercing our head through it right now. As I mentioned, 0.0048. Right now we're at 0.005. If everything continues the way the way it is right now, the next area for KeyCat is up here, 0075. Things are looking good for the Fab 4, guys. Things are looking very good for the Fab 4. Right on the weekly, the RSI still has a lot more room to run. As you can see, we've touched this line before. So let's see if we can break out with some bodies. The next area, 0075, and then after that, where we see the blue skies, real blue skies, is near all-time highs right here. A penny, 0.011. Okay, once we break that, we're going way higher. This is looking good. This chart is looking good. All these charts are looking good. KeyCat breaking out of here, guys. Once we do, if everything continues, we're going way higher. We're going way higher. Dogging me. Let's take a look at that one. I am excited, and you guys should be as well. All you guys that are in the play. Right, we were surfing right here, testing this EMA 50 and 200, and also the point of control. So far, so good. And because the market is moving, Dogging Me is going to as well. Let's take a look at Dogging Me. Dogging Me already broke out of the descending line. Let's take a look at it on the weekly. You get a really much better idea. The bullish chart. Right, so Dogging Me has some work to do though, because there is resistance overhead. We're over this descending line, right? As three out of the Fab 4 are over this descending line. This is on the weekly, a weekly close. Last week we went over it. This week is another body over it that's bullish. Now we have to hold this point of control at 30762, and then we break out of this area, guys. This is where we see the blue skies after. It's 0.0014. Once we break through here, it's basically price discovery, new all-time highs. Guys, the Fab 4 are looking very, very, very good. Structurally looking awesome, and the market is cooperating. It's the Goldilocks, right? Everything is just perfect, just right. 3 out of the 4 of the Fab 4 are breaking out on the weekly. This is the first true meme rotation in months, and the data backs it up. Now, what about the macro backdrop? This is what gives the green light to everything else. Okay, now the dollar is weak still. Let's go back to the daily, although it's bouncing, but overall, let's see and right now we're rejecting off the 50 EMA right here at 98.82. We're at 98.41. We wanted to keep dropping. Bond yields are range bound, although they have bounced as well. We got to keep an eye on that. But look at that drop, it's still ranging. Same thing, ranging. That's the 10-year right there. The previous one was the 2-year, but not breaking out. Stocks are at or near all-time highs, as they have been. The Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500. VIX is at cycle lows. You can see clearly at 17.02. Gold and oil are basically flat. Gold, oil, no risk off panic anywhere. Okay, that's what that's telling us. In other words, the entire macro landscape is risk on. There are no red flags here. As long as that holds, crypto and meme coins have the wind at their backs. The derivatives and liquidity data all point to the same direction. ETF inflows are strong. Institutions are backing this move. This is the Ethereum one, also very, very green. Liquidation heat map shows most shorts getting wiped above the highs, but there's still some new liquidity building higher. That means volatility could spike, especially if we get a short squeeze. They cleared a lot of this down here. There's more at 115, 114, but right now things are looking up. We could come back down. Open interest is climbing, so we're dropping a little bit right now. Set it down daily, still climbing. But funding isn't overheated yet. This is funding rate 0.0100. Leverage is entering, but the trades are not crowded, and that's important. Options market is neutral to bullish. The pain trade, max pain, is still up. Right now it's at 118,000. But as always, have a plan. If funding or open interest gets frothy, be ready to take profits. And we'll be watching everything like a hawk. So here's what I'm watching for the next 7. Bull case, Bitcoin holds above 115,000 and closes above 120,000. We're right there, which could open the door to 124 to 128,000. Ethereum would keep outperforming, dragging alts and meme coins even higher. Memes breakout accelerates, especially if Miggles confirms on the weekly if we keep moving up. That's my bull case. My base case, Bitcoin chops between 115 to 120,000, more or less where it is right now, right? Creating something like this, a range here. Ethereum stays strong. Memes hold their gains, but trade sideways. Macro stays risk on, but volatility increases. And my bear case, Bitcoin loses 115,000. You expect a fast drop to 109,000, de-risk across the board, and memes fade. My odds. My bullish scenario, I give it 60% odds, a 60% chance of happening. My base case, 30% chance, and my bear case, just 10%. That's the current edge. But you have to manage your risk and never, ever get complacent. Bottom line, this is the environment traders wait for. We've been waiting years for this. Risk on, institutions buying, meme coins breaking out. The signals are lining up, but don't get greedy. Stay aggressive, but disciplined. Keep your stops tight and ride the momentum, not the. If you want real-time updates, join my Telegram and follow me here. Like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, are you in this rotation or are you still watching? We'll see you in the next one. Peace.